GameMasters here, and today we are going to explore the three types of Dragonborn races found in Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. You have the Chromatic Dragonborn, the Metallic Dragonborn, and the newest guys, the Gem Dragonborn. So let's do a deep dive into the Chromatics, and I love the fact that their music was played in Twin Peaks, by the way. Chromatic Dragonborn are descendants from the original dragons, your black, blue, red, green, and white. We're talking raw elemental breath weapons of fire, freezing winds, toxic bile, and lightning storms. Black dragons, of course, spit acid. Blue dragons, lightning. Red dragons, fire. Green dragons, poison. And white dragons, cold. A Chromatic Dragonborn will start off with a breath weapon based on their ancestry, and when used, you take the attack action on your turn and replace it with one of your you replace one of your attacks with a breath of magical energy in a 30-foot radius that is 5 feet wide. Creatures in that area need to make a dexterity save, and if they fail, they take a whopping 1d10 damage based on their ancestry. So black dragon they'd take acid damage, or if it was a blue dragon attacking, the creature would take lightning damage. If their save is a success, they take half that damage. Of course, as you gain levels, the amount of damage increases. As with the dragon of its specific type, the Chromatic Dragonborn has resistance of its ancestry type, so a green dragon would have resistance to poison. Now, keep in mind, there is a major difference between resistance and immunity. Speaking of which, at level 5, Chromatic Dragonborn get a chromatic warding where it can use its draconic energy to protect itself for 1 minute and become immune to its ancestry type of damage. A long rest will replenish this ability. Now, shifting over to the Metallic Dragon, and we're talking gold, brass, copper, bronze, and silver here. These guys share similar breath damage types as the chromatic version. Gold being fire, brass is also fire, copper is acid, bronze is lightning, and silver is cold. Similar to the chromatic breath weapon, the Metallic Dragonborn can replace one of their attacks with a breath of magical energy in a 15-foot cone. Creatures in that area need to make a dexterity save, and on a fail save, they take 1d10 damage. On a successful save, they take half that damage. And again, as you gain levels, the amount of damage increases. Now, as with a dragon of its specific type, the Metallic Dragonborn has resistance of its ancestry type. Now here is where the Metallic Dragons differ from the Chromatic. At 5th level, they get a second breath weapon. While it still exhales in a 15-foot cone, this time you choose either Enervating Breath or Repulsion Breath. Enervating Breath, in effect, when you breathe this, creatures caught in the cone must make a Constitution save, else they are incapacitated until your next turn. Repulsion Breath, when you breathe this, creatures caught in the cone must make a strength save, else they are shoved 20 feet away and are knocked prone. Now for the new guys. The Gem Dragonborn. Gem Dragonborn claim to be descendants of Sardior, the Ruby Dragon. Now, we know about the Ruby Dragon, well, us old-timers. This was one that came about a long time ago, back in the early 1980s. Do some research on that if you want, but we're already familiar with Gem Dragons, but this book makes them official for 5th edition. Here we have Amethyst, Crystal, Emerald, Sapphire, and Topaz. Amethyst dragons manifest their breath into that for force. Crystal uses radiant energy, Emerald makes use of psychic energy, Sapphire is heavy on thunder, and Topaz is necrotic in nature. The Gem Dragonborn's breath weapon, the same concept as the previous two mentioned, can replace one of their attacks with an exhale of magical energy in a 15-foot cone, with creatures in that cone needing to make a dexterity save, else they take 1d10 damage, and on a successful save they take half that damage. As you gain levels, the amount of damage increases. As with dragons of its specific type, the Gem Dragonborn have resistance of its ancestry type. Gem Dragonborns also have psionic mind, in which they can send out telepathic messages to creatures they can see within 30 feet. At level 5, the Gem Dragon gain Gem Flight, where you are able to use a bonus action to manifest spectral wings, which last for about 1 minute. While they are out, you gain flying speed equal to your walking speed, and you are able to hover. The only question left is, which Dragonborn would you be? Let me know specifically why down in the comments, and be sure to stick around to this channel as we continue to delve into Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. Until next our paths cross, may you not get bathed in the breath of your mortal draconic enemy.